Namaskar. Welcome to this edition of the News Bulletin. In the headlines today, Blast Furnace Department of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant, 2 highest single-day hot metal production records with 2 furnaces in 2 consecutive days. As partners in progress, we have to work in harmony and create a win-win system, said Director in Charge, Rourkela Steel Plant, to the contractual service providers. And upgraded Civic Centre with state-of-the-art facilities dedicated on Independence Day. Grants award ceremony marks the inaugural ceremony. Now the news in detail. Surpassing major milestones in the field of production, SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant registered its best ever single-day hot metal production with 2 blast furnace operations on 2 consecutive days. On 14th August 2024, the plant registered a record production of 13,203 tons hot metal, and on the very next day, that is on 15th August, it rewrote the records by making 13,231 tons of hot metal. Notably, RSP has shut down Blast Furnace number 4 and is currently operating only 2 blast furnaces, namely Blast Furnace 1 and Blast Furnace 5. Earlier, achieving 13,000 tons of hot metal production from 3 furnaces used to be considered as a feat, and now the RSP Collective is creating history by accomplishing this by operating 2 furnaces. On 16th August 2024, Mr. Atanu Bhaumik, Director in Charge RSP, visited the Blast Furnace 5 to congratulate the department collective as well as their associated units. He was accompanied by Mr. S.R. Suryavanshi, ED Works, Mr. Tarun Mishra, EDHR, with additional charge of ED projects, Mr. Alok Verma, ED Mines, Mr. A.K. Behuria, ED F&A, Mr. Anil Kumar, CGM MM, with additional charge of EDMM, and many other CGMs and senior officers of RSP. Congratulating the Blast Furnaces Collective, Mr. Bhaumik lauded the efforts of all the associated departments. Producing 13,000 tons from 2 blast furnaces takes lot of efforts, and all the associated departments should keep putting efforts to keep this trend running, he said. He also exhorted the collective to avoid surprises and keep the synergy in the team further improve the production. At the same time, Mr. Bhaumik cautioned the collective not to breach or bypass any safety norm in the enthusiasm to set production records. He presented bouquets and sweets to the Blast Furnaces Department Collective for achieving the record. All the executive directors joined their director in charge in congratulating the blast furnaces and associated departments for the milestone, and they also assured every possible support and help to make the production better. The feat was achieved due to the integrated team effort of all the associated departments like Sinter Plant, Raw Material Handling Plant, Coke Ovens, Traffic and Raw Material, Captive Power Plant, Oxygen Plant, Production Planning and Control Department, and Research and Control Laboratory, the quality supply of raw materials, and above all the determined efforts of the Blast Furnace Collective. Mr. Sumit Kumar, CGM Blast Furnaces, thanked the top management for their unflinching support and all the associated agencies for their invaluable contribution. The employees in turn assured the top management that they would continue to excel in the days to come and help RSP touch new peaks of success. As partners in progress, we have to work in harmony and create a win-win system, said Mr. Atanu Bhaumik, Director in Charge, Rourkela Steel Plant, to the contractual service providers of the plant in the Samanvaya program organized at the Indo-German Club on 16th August 2024. Mr. Tarun Mishra, EDHR, with additional charge of ED projects, Mr. Alok Verma, ED Mines, Mr. A.K. Behuria, ED F&A, Mr. R.K. Patra, CGM in charge Steel and acting ED Works, Mr. Anil Kumar, CGM in charge MM, cross-functional teams of executives and office bearers and members of Rourkela Contractors Association were present on the occasion. In his address, Mr. Bhaumik said that if RSP is today creating history by producing 13,000 tons of hot metal per day, then the contractual service providers too have many reasons to take credit and pride in this achievement. He also stressed on mutual understanding and de-bottlenecking of processes for smoother and more transparent operations and transactions. Think out of the box and think innovative for strengthening our symbiotic relationship, he added. The DIC also emphasized on making the steel plant a place of zero harm with strict adherence to safety procedures. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Mishra stressed on having meticulously examined an error-free scope of work that would help both the sides during the execution of the jobs. He also discussed about training contractual workers as per the requirements of the plant. In his address, Mr. Verma spoke about the large scope of contractual work in the Orissa group of mines. While focusing on 3 C's that are cooperation, collaboration and coexistence, Mr. Behuria discussed about the challenging steel market and problems being faced by RSP on the financial front. Mr. R.K. Patra elaborated about aiming at a mutual beneficial relationship, while Mr. Anil Kumar highlighted the importance of registering in GEM portal that presents a larger playing field and time-bound payment. Steps taken by RSP to take care of the health needs of the contractual employees were elucidated by Dr. R.R. Mohanty, CGM M&HS. At the outset, Ms. Rajeshri Banerjee, CGM HR L&D, with additional charge of CGM HR, delivered the welcome address and spoke about the objective of the program. Mr. G.R. Dash, GM HR CLC and projects made a detailed presentation on performance of RSP in the last year, targets for this year and current status of RSP. Members of RCA, led by Mr. Jaideep Mishra, President, and Mr. Sajal Banerjee, General Secretary, made presentations on various issues faced by them during tendering and job execution. An open house discussion on various critical issues like bill clearance, contract estimation, contract execution, finance and safety, contract clauses, etc. were discussed. The newly upgraded Civic Centre, featuring state-of-the-art facilities, was inaugurated on 15th August 2024 by Mr. Atanu Bhaumik, Director in Charge, Rourkela Steel Plant, RSP. The revamped facility hosted the Samman Samoraha 2024, a special award ceremony where various awards were presented to departments, employees, students and sports persons for their outstanding achievements. 12 former employees of RSP who had joined the steel plant in the year 1960 were also presented with the Ispat Bindhani Samman for their pivotal roles in the plant's foundation and growth. Mrs. Seema Deb Bhaumik, President Deepika Mahila Sangati, Mr. S.R. Suryavanshi, ED Works, Mr. Alok Verma, ED Mines, Mr. A.K. Behuria, ED FNA, Mr. Ratan Kumar, DIG CISF, Mr. Ashok Jalwania, Senior Commandant CISF, Mrs. Harshala Suryavanshi, Mrs. Namrata Verma, Mrs. Rita Behuria, all Vice Presidents of DMS and many other senior officers of the plant were present on the occasion. The dignitaries lighted the ceremonial lamp and paid obeisance to Lord Jagannath to mark the commencement of the program, which was followed by the rendition of the national anthem. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Bhaumik said, "With this phase of modernization and upgradation at Civic Centre, we have aimed to make it one of the best socio-cultural hubs of the state. I'm sure this edifice with a living legacy will further enrich the lives of the people of Rourkela by providing a space that promotes creativity, learning and togetherness." He praised the veterans honoured with the Ispat Bindhani Samman, calling them the architects of RSP's enduring legacy. He congratulated the awardees for their remarkable contributions under the Shrujini scheme as well as the achievers in sports and academics. A colourful cultural program was also organised on the occasion. Mr. Anil Malik, Senior Technician SSM, and Ms. Akansha Malik coordinated the program. The overall program was organised under the guidance Mr. P.K. Swine, CGM in charge, TA and CSR. It is worth mentioning here that the Leela Cinema Hall of 1960s that was later transformed into a socio-cultural hub and named as Civic Centre has been in the last 5 decades a cultural epicenter, a place where the soul of the city found its voice. This cultural cornerstone of the Steel City was last renovated in 2005 under the leadership of Dr. Sanak Mishra, then Managing Director of RSP. Under Mr. Atanu Bhaumik's guidance, it has now been transformed into a modern auditorium, complete with wooden floored stage, refurbished green rooms, advanced lighting and sound systems, impeccable acoustics, fire protection systems, a light and sound control room, a cyclorama screen with projector facility and stylized interiors, further enhancing its significance among the art and culture-loving residents of Rourkela. The upgraded Civic Centre is a testament to Rourkela Steel Plant's commitment to the socio-cultural heritage of this land. That's all in this edition of Rourkela News. Namaskar.